beautiful, Saoirse.
Thank you, so do you. It was freezing cold here.
Come on, we've got Celtic blood in us. We should be okay on this freezing night.
The last time I saw you was at the London premiere and it was freezing then as well. I think it's you.
It's me. I bring the cold. How is this experience for you? Do you enjoy this kind of thing? It's a fun night, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's fun. I don't think these things can be taken too seriously, and to be honest, award shows for me aren't necessarily about awards, although of course it's great to win them, but it's about celebrating film.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about the films that have come out over the past year and a half.
Yeah.
Of course, The Lovely Bones is one that's very special to me, and yeah, it's great.
And your second nomination, it's brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you. The category is cool. I mean, Meryl, you know. Have you heard of her?
What's her surname?
Streep.
Oh,
She's been in a few things. She's pretty good.
I spoke to your colleague earlier, Mr. Tucci.
Oh, did you? He's gone in already.
He's great, isn't he?
He's so great.
How could you be scared of someone so nice in the film?
Well, I wasn't actually scared of Mr. Harvey. I was scared of how good Stanley was. Yeah, I think it's just amazing how he's able to transform himself when the cameras start to roll into this monstrous man, which he most certainly is not. So, but I was very comfortable with Stanley, so it was all good.
As a film fan, Saoirse, is there something or someone that you really want to see win tonight?
I mean, I don't know all the nominees, and I don't know. I think it would be really nice, and I genuinely mean this, for Carey Mulligan to win for Best Actress, because I was at the IFTAs last night, which is the Irish version of the BAFTAs, and I won for Best Actress. And
Congratulations!
Thank you, and it was the most wonderful feeling, because you're being voted for by Irish filmmakers, and for her it will be the Brits, and it's just a great feeling to have, especially for someone new, you know. So.
G'day again, Saoirse. How you going?
Hey, how are you?
You're looking well. When I saw you earlier today, you were in bare feet. Now you've got some of the most uncomfortable shoes I've ever seen
on.
On.
Really comfortable. Your ears are a little bit comfortable.
Oh, I cut myself shaving earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, these are actually pretty comfy because they're thick heels, so that's it.
Yeah, happy with the red carpet response? It's massive, isn't it?
Amazing. It is incredible. I have never been to such a fun premiere. Everyone is so supportive of Pete and all of his films, and it's just great to be part of it.
Now, honesty call, do you stay for the whole movie or do you wait until it starts and then you sneak out?
That does not matter.
Do you get weirded out when kind of guys ask for your number, or kind of say hello? You kind of go, do they like me because I'm me, or just because they saw me on the big screen?
Yeah, you have to always keep that in your head, and you do come across a few people like that, but luckily I'm usually able to tell who's full of crap and who's genuine.
And I'm sure your dad weeds them out. I'm sure he's having none of that.
I don't know anything about them.
No.
Hello. This is Saoirse. Hi. Hello, how are you?
Nice frock.
Thanks.
Let's talk dresses.
It's freezing. It's wet outside and it's cold.
Enjoy getting to hang out with all these different people. There's quite a lot of people here tonight.
Yeah, there are. Well, it's nicer this time because I know more people that are here. And I think it's, when you come for the first time and you don't really know anyone, it's a bit of a whirlwind. Whereas, Kevin MacDonald is nominated and he's a friend of mine, so I'm glad to see him and, all that sort of stuff. It's more fun, I think. It's more exciting. And also, no stress when you're not nominated.
Yeah, you can have a drink and just relax.
Well, maybe. Water. Thank you, guys.
Winner of the 2014 Turner Prize is 2013. Did I say 2014? That's a bit awkward. 2013 is Laura Prouveau.
Thank you, everybody, everyone. Baby.
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
You hold me. Thanks everybody that made it happen. This was an incredible project that grew with how to create stories and where
we are here today with Saoirse Ronan to talk about her role in the film Brooklyn. Thanks for being here, Saoirse.
Thanks for having me.
Or should I say Shisha?
Or Saoirse.
Yeah, anything at this
Shisha.
point. Okay, were you watching when Dennis Quaid did the flub of your announcement of your name on Golden Globe announcements?
No, because I didn't know that the nominations were coming out that day. So I... hello. How's it going? I didn't want to know any of the dates for any announcements at all. And I was in Dublin city centre with my mate's little girl who had just turned 8, and we took her to get her nails done in this nail salon that we go to in town. So we're getting our nails done and my phone keeps ringing and I'm like, well, who's ringing me now? You know, because it was non-stop, as we were saying before we came on, before Christmas there was a lot of, you know, press to do and I kind of needed to just get rid of all technology, you know. And so my phone kept calling and calling and eventually I answered it and it was my publicist. I was like, you know, I'm trying to get my nails done here. I'm trying to do something normal for a second.
Yeah.
She was like, well, you've just been nominated for a Globe, so you have to talk to us. And I spent the next 2 hours doing, you know, the reaction phoners that you do in the corner of
the
nail salon. And everyone's getting their nails done around me and they got champagne in and...
Oh, so they knew what was happening.
Well, we knew then, yeah. I kind of shrieked when she said it to me on the phone because I had no idea. I thought they were coming out in, you know, the end of January or February.
Like, a lot of actors say that, so you really had, like, no clue.
No, I really didn't. I didn't know. I completely forgot about it. I didn't know what date they were coming out or anything. And really, I wasn't expecting, you know, a nomination. So I was delighted, you know, and everyone, of course, wanted to know what was going on because I looked to my mum who was with me and told her, and all the girls celebrated with us. But everyone kept saying to me, you know, what about Dennis Quaid? What was that all about? And I hadn't seen the video. So I'm kind of thinking like they're just randomly asking me what I think of Dennis Quaid. Like, I was like, yeah, he's great. He's a great guy.
Parent Trap, yes.
Brilliant. He knows a lot about wine, you know. And then I saw the video that night and just thought it was the funniest thing.
Was that like one of the bigger flubs you've had? Or because I'm assuming your name has been messed up by a lot of people in your life.
Loads. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. It's my life.
Had you heard Shisha before? That was a new
one.
Well,
he said Shisha. I've never heard Shisha. That was a new one, I have to say.
I hope you guys run into each other this weekend so you can...
So do I.
Yes.
Need to have a good old talk. No, listen, I know it's a tricky name. It doesn't really make a lot of sense when you look at all those letters thrown together. I have like 4 of the 5 vowels in my first name alone, so...
Is it a popular name in Ireland?
It is more now. I think maybe because it's just been in newspapers a bit more over the last, you know, few years, people have...
You're creating
seen
a
it as
cool
a name. Yeah, well, it's a kind of political slogan at home, and it means freedom, you know. It's Irish for freedom and liberty, so that's obviously something that is always kind of in our psyche at home in Ireland, and I think it was only really since the 60s it's been used as an actual name. It's a unisex name, so if anyone wants to call their boy Saoirse, they can.
Ooh. I just learned so much about your name, much more than I know the history of it.
Saoirse facts of the day.
Wait, so it must be frustrating. I mean, you're describing this beautiful, picturesque place where you grew up. That to follow your dreams and pursue what you want, you kind of have to travel elsewhere.
Yeah, you do. You can't. Not, you know, that kind of thing doesn't happen in a small town like that, you know, and I think it's the same in America. I think a lot of people have to do that in the States as well, and it never really felt like I have to travel to audition, or, I mean, a lot of the times I actually just sent off tapes in the earlier days, you know, and one thing that I always felt was really important was to, like, show people where I lived in these tapes. So we would always show... Yeah, so, you know, my dad would help me with my audition tapes, and we would always show whoever these producers were or directors.
The river in the background?
Yeah, where I lived and my dog, Sassy, and just... Because I think it's important, you know, you'll know if you do this kind of stuff that with a lot of auditions, it becomes like a conveyor belt, and it's one person after another, and you know, you're in a white room and people are nervous when they're put in that environment, and you're kind of like, Jesus, okay, I better just focus on what I'm doing here. And you don't really get a chance to relax. So I was really lucky that I got to do these tapes in an environment that I was comfortable in, send them off, and then because of my mum's attitude towards it, she kind of taught me to just like forget about it then, you know, just do it and then it's gone and it's out of your hands.
So what you're saying is you probably got a lot of early roles because of how cute your dog was.
Basically, yeah, it was because of Sassy, and Sassy's not here anymore, so I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm probably never going to work again.
You better get over to the pound and find a new job.
I know, get another Sassy.
This weekend, Golden Globes.
I know.
You ready?
Well, I've never been because, you know.
Oh, because it was canceled.
The strikes.
I'm guessing you have the
So writers
look
don't
pulled
go
out.
on strike this weekend because I really want to go to
In
the
the
Globes.
next 3 days.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to wear, yes?
I know roughly what I'm going to wear. I don't know what colour though.
Oh, so you have multiple
Does that
dresses
sound
in
really
the same
privileged?
color?
I don't know what colour I'm going to wear. I'm still figuring it out.
Oh my God, your Valley Girl's real good.
Thanks. Well,
My Irish is not
I've
that
been
good.
around them enough. Can you do an Irish accent?
Oh, I can't. No,
Oh,
it's,
no.
it's not good.
We're not there yet.
No.
We'll get there.
The Saoirse Ronan School of
Not live.
Acting.
Let's not do it live, actually. I put you on the spot there.
So you're going to pick out the color of your dress.
I have to pick out the colour of my dress, yeah.
And the morning of, how are you going to get zen? You're just going to like pump some music?
Probably put a bit of music on, yeah. Well, we just got, she's not listening to me, but my makeup artist told me to buy, she's not listening, Justin Bieber's new album.
Oh my gosh.
Still not listening.
Why?
Remember you forced me to get Justin Bieber's album the other day? I did, the deluxe version. So we'll probably listen to that.
Whoa.
Since we're all believers now.
Big.
We have the Danish girl and the Irish girl. What more could you want at the Golden Globes? First of all, both of you, congratulations on 2 incredible performances. Let's start with Saoirse here. Can you just talk a little bit about the whole aspect? I mean, you were born in New York, but finding a new place, finding home. What does home mean to you?
I think, you're dropping it already as soon as I start to talk. Jesus.
This has been you just had a birthday, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're going to be a dad, so that's got to be the best award ever.
Dad,
We didn't know that.
I know, it's quite exciting news.
Did you tell me that last time I saw you?
No, we haven't told anyone at that
Oh,
point.
Eddie, that's amazing.
No, it's so exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Ugg boots.
Welcome.
My mum just bought some Ugg boots online last week.
Oh, nice.
They're very nice.
Good.
Leather boots.
Really? What
Yep.
do they look like?
They're black. They're ankle boots.
Nice.
She loves them. And it was snowing. She was just about to go back to New York, and so she got them before she left, so they're waterproof. They like cover everything, yeah.
Well, Uggs are the best.
Uggs are the best.
Please welcome the incredible Oscar-nominated Saoirse Ronan.
I brought popcorn.
Popcorn, oh thanks. How are you?
I brought some popcorn.
Nice, come on over.
You have to come up to the stage though to get it.
Have a seat.
No, they just gave me popcorn backstage, and I thought, well, I can't
Isn't that
waste
nice?
this
Yeah,
opportunity.
put it here. This is cool. Let's have popcorn.
Yeah, let's get that award out of the way. Priorities.
Yeah. You started at such a young age.
Yeah.
And
Remember, there was this guy on the set who was supposed to be like our producer, was supposed to be, and I remember we were about to do a take where I kind of peeked behind a doorway or something like that, and I was kind of getting my head into that place. And he kept talking, and he was talking, and he was talking, and he was talking, and they started to roll, and sound started to speed, and he was still talking. And I remember I turned around to him, I was only about 7, and I turned around and I just went, shh, quiet on the set. And he looked at me, and he was like completely shocked that this little young one had told him to, pipe down. And thank you so much. Thank you to the Hollywood Film Awards, to Carlos, who organised the whole thing, and to my pal Ryan, the Gauze, for giving me this award. The Gauze himself is here. I'm going to stick to auto cue because I'll cry otherwise, and I get quite nervous doing these things. Here we go. Brooklyn gave more to me than I could ever give to it. It continues to help me grow, to give me perspective. I think of it every time I have to say goodbye to my mum and get on a plane to go somewhere that isn't home. This film is still teaching me more than I ever thought it would. Maybe on some level I knew the effect that it would have on me. When my mother and my father weren't much older than Ailish, they made the journey from Dublin to New York. They worked there for 10 years, and while they were there, they had me. I'm a Bronx girl, obviously. Me and J-Lo are like that. Very close, very tight. It's me again. Nice to see you all again. It is true, I did kill Cate Blanchett in our movie Hannah, which is why I am more than happy. I don't think that should have gotten applause, but anyway, we'll move on. It's why I'm more than happy to have been asked to present this award to her tonight, hopefully making up for that cold-blooded murder in a Berlin theme park a few years ago. Hopefully. Cate can be powerful. She can be vulnerable. She can be strong. She's funny, sad. She can play an absolute lunatic with a martini in one hand and a Hermes tote in the other. No matter who she plays or what she does on screen or stage, we will always watch you, Cate, for as long as you want us to. I'll even let you kill me in the next film we do together if you want. Please help me welcome the recipient of the 2016 Desert Palm Achievement Award, the superb Cate Blanchett. Having my water backstage, having a great time looking at Straight Outta Compton. Anyway, hi gang. Let's get on with it. My 3 travel must-haves would definitely be, yes, I'm 21, my teddy bear Pip. He's actually a dog.
I like to dress
She dresses him up in like Chanel ribbons and sunglasses and things like that. Pip always comes with me. I would love to like put my mum in a suitcase whenever I can, but I can't. What would my third thing be?
Moisturizer. Your simple beauty products. I think for us, we always have your essentials for everyone. So it's the best moisturizer. At the moment, it's Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. We can't live without it. Various types of underwear.
Really all important. Different occasions.
For every occasion and every dress.
Had earplugs in and Mum came in to the room this morning because I left my phone with her. I didn't want to keep waking up and checking it and all that sort of stuff. You know, you'd get really anxious. And so she came in and all I could hear was, "We're going to the Oscar!" I couldn't really like hear anything. It was muffled, you know. I was like, what? Why are you crying? Is it good? Is it bad?
Your Oscars date, will it be your mum?
Yeah, always. It's never not going to be my mum. Even when I'm married, it's still going to be my mum if I get married. She's been the reason why I've been able to do it since I was a kid. She's the one who made me breakfast every single morning, got me up on time, you know, got up at 4 a.m. and travelled up to Dublin Airport and went off for an audition in London. She was always the one who was there. So I hope she's not listening because she's gonna sob. I have to go to TJ Maxx later. I have to get some cushions. Mum and I need to go out. I need to get an electric kettle for my new apartment, some cushions. So I'll probably do that. Yeah, that's how I'm going to celebrate. I like places looking nice, I guess. I just want to make it my own a little bit, so. So cool and effortless and like a house, that kind of style, that kind of aesthetic. I don't know, I like things to be homely, I like things to be cozy, and I'm lucky I have a fire in my apartment. I have like not a real fire, like a fireplace that I can light. I come from, you know, a home that had like, you know, wooden floors and big rugs, kind of like this room actually. Maybe I should just move in here. This is quite nice. I probably wouldn't have that couch. But apart from that.
I like that you're putting your coat on when you can.
It's so cold. It's so cold. Good, they should know.
finally, Saoirse, you've been doing the awards circuit for a bit for the past few weeks. Who are your buddies that you keep bumping into? Like, there's a lot of screens for John Boyega tonight.
I love Blanchett because she's a legend. And all the girls are great. I mean, Kate and Helen Mirren, and Helen's wonderful, and Charlotte Rampling, and all the, Michael Keaton is great, and Mark Ruffalo, and they're all lovely. Everyone's going through the same thing, so it's nice.
Fantastic, Saoirse. Thank you very much, and good luck tonight.
My favourite birthday was my 21st birthday, which happened back in April. And it was my favourite birthday because I went to Disneyland for the first time, the original Disneyland. And honestly, it was probably the best day of my life. It's so magical when you go there. You want to eat everything that they put in front of you. You march to the music when you're walking around.
Did you have a favourite ride?
Yeah, Space Mountain. We were sitting down, we were in the cafe, and we had already been on Space Mountain like 2 or 3 times at this stage because some of the other rides were closed. And then this kid came up to us, and it was his birthday as well, and he was probably only about like 14 or something. And he had these tickets, like 4 tickets, there was 4 of us, and he comes right over, and he's like, hey, listen, I've got these tickets here. I don't know if any of you want them, but they're for Space Mountain and it's the Fast Pass. And it was like God just like shone a light down on us. Walt Disney just like came into our lives, gave us free passes to Space Mountain, and we went on it another 2 times, and it was the best day of my life. Not a lot of people will know this probably, but my favourite love scene in a film is MacGruber. Between Will Forte and Kristen Wiig, because they're completely ripping the piss out of 80s sex scenes, and I think it's wonderful. That always makes me laugh. It's all backlit. They have like satin curtains in the background. The wind is blowing in through the window. There's like one bead of sweat that like rolls down Will Forte's neck. She like sticks her finger in his belly button at one stage. It's wonderful.
I'm here with nominee Saoirse Ronan. Hi, how are you? You just popped up. Perfect timing.
We're in the same
place at the same time with this microphone.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
What are you doing here?
Just hanging out, asking a couple questions.
Me too.
Saoirse, we're at the end of quite a little road here. How you feeling?
Do you remember, was it Sundance? I think that was the very first interview we did for Brooklyn.
Maybe I was a little good luck charm. Not to like oversell my...
Maybe. Yeah, it was all down to you, Josh. As it always is.
I wasn't saying that. Here's my question. You've done a lot of carpets. Anything you regret saying? Because you can get a little... It's hard to say always the right thing.
I'm sure I've said some ridiculous things. I don't know. I did something a while ago. I'm not going to tell you what it is, and I embarrassed myself.
This woman should win all the awards.
Yeah, just give it to me now.
At 21, she's the youngest 2-time Oscar nominee since Angela Lansbury in 1946. Her first when she was just 13 for supporting actress in Atonement.
What about you, Bryony? What sins have you committed today?
I've done nothing wrong.
Marilyn Monroe never had an Oscar nomination. Mia Farrow never had an Oscar nomination.
Did Mia Farrow never have an Oscar nomination?
Never had it. Nope.
Really?
What are you chasing, Meryl Streep or something? How's it?
Yeah, that's the goal.
You like Italian food?
Don't know. Never eaten it.
It's the best food in the world.
Well, why would I not like it?
You like Italian food?
I like Italian food.
How much practice did it take you to do the...
Oh my God. I turned up on the day and had read in the script that, you know, oh, she has a bit of difficulty eating the spaghetti, and I thought, okay, I'll act that one then.
I'm going to say splash anytime I see problems. Good idea. Splash! You just splashed his mother, his father, and the wolf. Let's go again.
Hands down, it's the most difficult thing I've ever done in any film.
I say that this is your first play. Really?
Yeah.
Like,
first ever. So I've never, apart from school plays, I've never done anything before.
What was your biggest role in school?
1 year I played the tree. I was the local tree. I played a rock 1 year, which was very new for me. It was a bit of a stretch after the tree season.
Can you do a rock?
Can I do you want me to
do a rock?
Just hold on a sec though. You're putting me on the spot here now.
You're a professional.
Yeah, I guess.
A rock would kind of be like this, I think. And then if a rock had eyes, I feel like an idiot doing this.
Okay, I'll come down.
Do you want to come down? Yeah. Okay. I think if a rock had eyes, then it would be like that.
There she is. As the Crucible's Abigail Williams, Saoirse Ronan graces one of the tallest marquees on Broadway.
What did you think of it?
It's very weird to have your face plastered all over a theatre, but I have to say, even though I do get quite shy about that sort of stuff, there is something about seeing your name or your face attached to a Broadway theatre that makes you go, oh wow, this is a bit of a dream. Oh, we could do this if you wanted.
Okay, where do we begin, and who am I?
Well, you're everyone else but Abigail.
Okay.
So you can just go from Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Okay. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think I ought to say that I saw cattle in the grass when they were dancing.
That were only soup.
What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, it were beans and lentils, I think, and...
Mr. Paris, you did not notice, did you, any living thing in the kettle? A mouse, perhaps? A spider? A frog?
And then
Paris has I do believe there were some movement in the soup.
That jumped in. We never put it in.
What jumped in?
Why, a very little frog jumped.
A frog, Abby? Abigail, it may be your cousin is dying. Good. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called him. Tituba, Tituba.
She called the devil? I should like to speak with Tituba. Goody Ann, will you bring her up? Did you feel any strangeness when she called him? A sudden cold wind, perhaps, a trembling below the ground?
I didn't see no devil. Betty, Betty.
You cannot evade me, Abigail. Did your cousin drink any of the brew in that kettle?
She never drank it.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I'm a proper girl. She made me do it. She made Betty do it.
Abby!
She makes me drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood? I give she chicken blood. Anyway, there you go. Well done.
Oh. Okay.
Congratulations on the success of the movie Brooklyn. I saw you backstage. I told you it meant so much to me. I just really, I fell in love with it on an epic level.
You said you saw it 200 times.
Probably minimally 200 times.
Which is a record.
Yeah. I know all the lines.
No exaggeration.
Yeah, no exaggeration
all the lines.
But how exciting is it for you? I mean, it's your second nomination, just be at the Oscars and still so young and so much more to do.
Well, I saw you at the Oscars as well, which was so lovely. It was, pardon my voice, by the way, my voice is gone at the minute, like permanently. It was great. It was. I think it was more special this time because it actually had a chance. I had a chance to, enjoy it and let it sink in.
When you're younger, you don't really have
12,
right.
I was 12, 13 when I went before, and I was shooting a film in New Zealand at the time, so I literally flew in the day before, tried on my dress, went to the ceremony, and then I went back the next day. So I didn't get to do anything.
You really enjoyed it.
And my mom was with me this time, and we had a great time. It was brilliant.
Was there anybody you met that you'd always admired that you were dying to meet, and finally there they were?
Who was there? I mean, everyone was there, weren't they?
Right.
Mom got to meet Michael Keaton.
Oh, yeah.
And she bloody loves Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And I love Michael Keaton.
Yeah, right.
So I've met him a bunch of times because they were doing all the spotlight press and everything, and that was really great. But it was just exciting. It was like, it was a great night, and it's the last award show as well, so we had been doing them for, months and months and months, and to finally land at, the biggest one of all was great.
And you just turned 22. We mentioned that before.
Last Thursday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. Yeah.
But I'm curious, what did you do for your 21st birthday? Because that's like, that's a big...
Yeah, here in America, it's a big rite of passage.
Well, yeah, because you can drink.
Yeah, right.
Right. Because, in Ireland, we Yeah, we started drinking alcohol at like 12. Yeah, so it's not a big thing, but you know, I've been working over here, right? I've been working over here since I was young, and so I've been like turned away from bars and pubs. Like on Paddy's Day, I'd get turned away. That's crazy. Because even though I'd be able to drink at home, not that you should drink alcohol, kids, it's bad. But I'd get turned away, and so when I was 21, I thought the only place I should go to celebrate properly is America, to like rub it in America's face that I can drink their alcohol. And so I did. I went to Coachella, which was fun.
Oh my gosh,
that was fun. And I had never been to a festival before where there was sun, because at home it always rains. You're always in a field and you're up to your knees in mud. And I did that, and then I went to Disneyland, and it was like,
oh, fun!
It was the best day of my life.
Yeah, right.
It was. It was the best day of my life. Yeah. One of the best days of my life.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm trying to think, were you able to get a drink in Disneyland? Do they even? Right.
I had a drink beforehand, and then I went. But it was great. I had so much fun.
And you play Abigail.
Yeah.
And you kind of stir up a lot of trouble.
I do. She's the worst.
You're a villain?
Yeah.
But is that fun to be that way? Is it fun to be able to act out like that on
I mean, do you look at Abigail like a villain? Or?
No.
No.
And to be honest, a few people have said to me since they've seen the show that they don't villainize her quite as much, which I think is really great, because I remember even when we did Brooklyn, Nick Hornby, our writer, said there's one character in the film who is considered a villain, but there's no villain in real life. Like nobody has just sort of one antagonist or whatever. And this girl, what's great about playing her is that she's got such a motive, and she's so sort of focused on what she has to achieve, which is getting the love of her life back, basically, and destroying everyone else's life along the way. So,
oh my God!
And I tell you right now, I love your accent, man.
You know, he's an expert. I know. I've heard that you're pretty great at the Irish accent.
He's so great at it.
I am pretty great at the Irish accent.
Do you want to do it for me? So that was like your Scottish accent. So do your Irish accent now.
Okay, say something to me.
Okay, that was good. Now do the Irish accent.
Say something to me.
She just did.
No,
I'm
tell me this. Give me something.
I'm so excited to be on Kelly and Michael today. Yeah, warm up.
I'm so excited to be on Kelly and Michael today.
Your first time working on Broadway. What's been the biggest surprise to you, leaving the silver screen and now being here back in New York on Broadway?
I've realised you can probably hear your voice. My voice is like gone. I sound like Tom Waits right now. I basically sound like Tom Waits all the time on stage.
Just turned 22.
Yep.
High five, happy birthday.
It's a great age.
I heard your 21st birthday though was epic.
It was the best.
What did you do?
It went on for like 2 weeks, first of all.
Good.
I decided I was going to go to America because, you know, I've been to America since I was a kid, and while I was a teenager, and have legally been allowed to drink alcoholic beverages in Ireland, I've been turned away from pubs and clubs and bars and things like that in America. And so as soon as I turned 21, I was like, right, I'm going to go over there now, and I'm going to go into a bar and I'm going to order a drink, and there's nothing they can do to stop me. So I went to a music festival, which was fun, and then the next day I went to Disneyland, and it was honestly the most incredible experience. I wonder will it give me free tickets to go back now that I've mentioned it on GMA.
I'm sure, yeah, I think you know a couple. There's a few people watching this that might be able to like work that out for you.
Yeah.
Don't wave your hand, please.